Hi everybody, this is Harmony with Harmony Stitches and welcome to my channel. Here we talk about my crafting journey, which usually revolves around cross stitch, but with some knitting and rarely some crochet thrown in. It's been a week since I was able to chat with you. So thank you to everyone that was able to visit with me last week, everyone that watched or commented or liked the video. I appreciate all of the feedback. So this week I have an update for you and then a quick chat about how I'm going to tackle my stitching projects for 2023. Today is January 1st, 2023, and so I've already gotten started. So in my update, we're going to be able to show you, I'm going to show you what I've done so far. Okay, so the last time I was here, I was working on a chart called A Thrill of Hope. Well, it was called, she didn't really have a name for it. She called it religious cross stitch pattern, I think, but I'm calling it A Thrill of Hope. And it's by TianaHandmade. And she's on Etsy and she's from the Ukraine. And I actually got several of her patterns when the war on Ukraine started. And I'm actually going to show you another one today. So I think I'm going to have room to insert photos. So if I do, then you'll see what it's supposed to look like here. I am changing up the colors. She used two golden colors. I'm using my favorite green and red combo, which is $4.98 and $8.90. I was almost done with the word rejoice because I started at the bottom. It says, a thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices. And I wanted to finish rejoices and the weary world. So let's show you. This is what I was able to get done. So I finished the R and then I finished the J. I was able to work on this on my lunch break, I think just one day last week. I worked 3 days because of the holidays. And I was able to get a little bit of the J done and finished it last night. And then I put in the word the, and then I started on the P, on hope. So that's pretty good progress. I believe that I'm over 50% done. So this shouldn't take that much longer when it comes back up into my rotation. And I'm stitching this on 14 count natural Aida that I found here in my stash. So that's the first project. The second project I worked on was the Lady of the Flag. I needed to do 1,070 stitches for the Traveling the USA challenge in the Michigan cross stitch group. If you are a cross stitcher living in Michigan and you haven't been introduced to that group yet, send me an email and I will get you started on finding that group on Facebook. So I think I had said last week in my video that I was going to stitch on Lady of the Flag on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday before work and after work and see if I could get those stitches done, and I did. I finished out the section that I was working on, the color that I was working on. There's a lot of color changes in this project, so sometimes it's beneficial to just finish out what you're doing than just be like, okay, I got my stitches and I'm quitting. Sometimes it's beneficial to finish out your section or your thread, or, you know, you should know that. So I finished out what I was doing and I finished with 7 extra stitches. So here she is. I worked here. I put a little bit in here too, but mostly here. And then I put a little bit in here. So I'm stitching Lady of the Flag on 30 count linen. It's We the People linen by the Primitive Hare. I got it from my local needle workshop. I do not like this particular linen. Linen in general, actually, I like an even weave or even Aida. I stitch on Aida a lot. This is I'm using all of the called for colors except for the dress. I'm doing teals on the dress. Forgot to show you what it looks like. The original is in creams and golds, mostly golds here, as you can see. But my daughter, this is for my daughter, and she wanted a teal conversion to make it look like the Statue of Liberty personified. So I did get a lot of stitches in this month here. The Michigan cross stitch group asked that we continue on with the traveling the USA. We have 30 states to go. So they asked if we could continue. So we are continuing on in 2023. I posted this morning that we are traveling to Carson City, Nevada. And for me, that's 2,199 stitches. So that's more than double what I did this month, right? More than double. So I think I'm pretty much as far over on the right-hand side that I can go without moving the Q-snap. The dress here on the left, that's the edge of the dress and parts of the flag. So I think in order to not have to move the frame, my frame, I'm going to start working on the flag. I think I've gotten all of the easy block stitching done, and I think I'm more on the harder, not harder, but you know, more complicated, having to change colors more often type of stitching, which I don't really like. So I think what I'm going to have to do is stitch on this more often. I'm not going to be able to just sit down with it for 3-4 days and knock it out. I'm probably going to have to stitch on this every weekend moving forward to get my stitches for the challenge complete, because 2,200 stitches is a lot. So, but we'll see how it goes. I will get it done. My daughter is really wanting it to be done, I think, and I'm really wanting it to be done. I'm ready to move on to different projects, which obviously you all have seen me work on multiple projects over the last year. But this project I'm ready to be done with. I'm ready to be done with the cross stitching, put the beads in, put the Krynic in, and be done with this. I still have a long way to go, because just from looking at the picture, you think that, oh no, that's easy, I'm gonna knock that out. She's huge. She's huge. Those pictures make it look a lot smaller than what these projects actually are. So, my plans moving forward for 2023. I have decided to participate in WIPGO, W-I-P-G-O. This idea was created by the woman behind the YouTube channel, Jessie Marie Does Stuff. That's her YouTube name. She started this a couple years ago as motivation for her to work on her whips and to be able to touch multiple whips, and maybe ones that she wouldn't normally be drawn to, so to speak. And then once people heard about it on her YouTube channel, they wanted to participate too. So she started a Facebook group, and the rest is history. I am not doing whips. I am doing new starts. And my new starts will be, I will put in 500 stitches and then move on to the next project. Once I get both of those done, because there's two numbers are drawn per month. There's 25 numbers total. So 1 month will have 3. That month, that will be number 13, will be that third project to make up 25. A lot of people will use the number 13 as a free space, or they will just use it as an opportunity to put another whip on their board. I am putting another start on my board. So I will have a total of 25 new starts. Each one will get at least 500 stitches. If it's a small project and it's super close to being finished, because some of these are small, most of them are medium, but the small ones, if I'm really close to finishing, I'm just going to finish it off and then move on to the next. Once I get my 500 stitches in both of those projects, or in the month where there's 3, then I will move on to a current whip from 2022. And I'm going to try to start with and do kind of like a snowball effect, where start with the ones that need the least amount of work on those first and try to knock out some quick finishes, and then see how far I can get. So that will be per month. So this month I decided, and I did not bring it with me, I decided to work on Weimaraner as my whip to see how far I can get on that for the entire month. And then I have I'm going to show you both of my new starts for this month too. So let's get started on that. So numbers 6 and 10 were called this month. I think this is number 6. It's another one by TianaHandmade from Etsy. This is called Happy Fall. This is also part of my purchases. I purchased the 18 count, it's called Fiddlers cloth, but basically it's 18 count Aida. It's kind of like an oatmeal. I bought this from Joann's because I had my gift card. If you remember last week, I said I forgot to use my gift card. So we went back because they had a 50% off one regular price item. So I knew that I could get this for half price, and I used my gift card. So I got started on this morning, bright and early, after I ate breakfast, and I have 513 stitches on this already. So that means I'm going to be able to move on to my next project. I am using all of the DMC colors in this project. There's 28 of them. I don't have them all yet. I just bought a couple to get me started, and really, this is 610, and I actually pulled this one out of my stash. I apparently didn't need any others because there's a lot of stitches just in the words Happy Fall across the bottom. So this is done. Check it off the list. Put it on the in the WIP pile. So then once I got done with that one, I moved on to project number 10 because 10 was called. This is, the name of it is Halloween Mystery Sampler. I can't remember the name of the designer, but of course all of the details for all of these things will be listed below, and I will put it there for you. I got this fabric from my cross stitch shop, my local needlework shop, the other day. This is 16 count Aida. It's Ale by Picture This Plus. And because I was looking, the instructions on this mystery sampler did not give you any hints as to what color floss or what color fabric to use. It just told you the dimensions of the entire project. So I went back to the group because it was a free stitch along in a group. I went back and I looked at everybody else's, and it seemed that they were stitching it on, a few people were stitching it on a brown because there's white and the white needs to show up. So I found this at my local needle workshop. I have 402 stitches in this today. So if you're counting, that's 915 stitches I've already put in today. That's what happens on Sundays when I don't have to work and I don't go to church. I did church from home today. So this is the start of the Halloween Mystery Sampler. I started on the last installment on page 8 because you know I like to start in the bottom right corner, and that's my start. So I'm going to put in at least another 98 stitches to get up to the 500 on this. After this video, I do have to put away some laundry. I have clean laundry everywhere, and then I will finish my stitches on this. So that will be, check that off because that will be done today. So then after I get that done, I'm going to pull Weimaraner out, and I think I'm 2/3 of the way done with that one. I forgot to bring it up here with me, but I do believe I'm 2/3 done, and I'm super excited to see if I can get that done this month. I will continue working on that until I get it done. If I get it done, I'm going to pick up another WIP. So to try to get those done. If I don't get any finishes this year, and the reason why I structured it this way, because if I didn't get any finishes and I only started on these new projects, then I would end up with about 85 WIPs just in cross stitch by the end of the year. To me, that's a little excessive, and I've run out of cross stitch project bags. So I need to finish some to reclaim the bags for future projects. I don't have a bag for the Happy Fall. I'm out of bags. So I need to finish Weimaraner so that way I have a bag to put that one in. Anyway, okay, so while I was at Joann's, I knew that my gift card I was not going to use my entire gift card, and I had a little bit of spending money. So I asked one of my family members, because my husband, let me back up. My husband also has the Joann's app on his phone. I don't really know why. I can't remember why that ended up being, but he has the app. So my daughter grabbed his phone from him, came in with me so that way I could get a second piece of fabric half off. So we used the rest of the gift card and only had to pay $1.86 for this piece of cross stitch fabric, and I haven't even taken out of the package yet, but it's 16 count white Aida. That's it. It's 15 by 18. And this one is for one of these future starts. It's either for a Ruth Bader Ginsburg chart that I purchased off of Etsy when she passed away. A lot of modern designers were creating things in her honor, and so I picked one of those up. And I think I showed you before, but when it comes up in the rotation, I will show you a picture. I don't want to insert too many here because then it will never upload. Or The Office. I have a chart that I got from Etsy that features a lot of key special moments from the show The Office, and this piece of fabric will fit either one of those. And so whatever one comes up first will get that piece of fabric. And I have time to go back and get more. I'm going to wait for more coupons and such, you know how Joann's goes. So I got that. Last week I talked about the cross stitch book and I couldn't remember the name of it. I did put it in the description box below that video, but since the library is still closed, I haven't returned it yet. So this is what it is. Cross Stitch for the Soul by Emma Congdon. So I had the last name right, but couldn't remember the first name or the name of the book. So the one that I want to start is, let me see if I can find it really quickly. Okay, well, there is a page in the front, 2 pages, that show all of the projects included in the book. And the one that I want to stitch, it says, "It always seems impossible until it's done." And it's, I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. That's what I bought the navy fabric for last week. I haven't even begun to pull out the floss for that one. I did tried to pull out floss for the 2 small round ones. I have like 3 colors. So that's going to wait because those are not included on my starts for the WIPGO board plan. So those are going to wait. The big one with the navy fabric that I have, that one's not included either. But if I got it all kitted up, then it could be like an alternate. I have some alternates going just in case something were to happen or I just wanted to change my mind. So there's that. I do believe that that's it for today. I do still plan to do a whip parade. That would be all of my whips, my projects, cross-stitch projects that I had going in 2022. So the new starts from today will not be included. I plan to do that tomorrow and then post it later on in the week because tomorrow's my last day off. This weekend, my 4 days off, this is my 3rd day off in a row for the holidays. They were a lot busier than I thought they were going to be. So I did not have time to film that video yet. So I'm hoping to have time to film that video either tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon and to get edited and ready to be posted later on in the week. Usually I post my bonus cuts on Wednesday, but we will see what happens. So I think that's it for today. Just a quick update. I didn't get a lot done this week just because of everything going on. Well, I did do all those stitches on Lady Flag, so let's be real, that was a lot. So anyway, I hope that you saw something here today that will inspire you to pick up a languishing whip that you have going or maybe to try something new. I hope that you're just as excited as I am to see how this plan is going to play out for this calendar year. Because I am. I'm excited. So I hope you are. And I hope that you'll come back and visit me again. I hope that if this is your first time viewing any of my videos, I hope that you give me a chance and come back and see what's going to happen next week. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I don't know what's going to happen next. So I hope that you follow along with me and see what's going to happen. And until then, bye.